From glitzy agents to ferocious femme fatales, Bond females have captured viewers' attention ever since Dr. No debuted. From Jane Seymour's ethereal charm to Ursula Andrews' famous beach scene to Eunice Gayson's 1962 premiere, each actress contributed something unique. How do they all compare, though? While some faded into the background of Bond's fantastical universe, others left a legacy that is tough to ignore. Come along with us as we list the most memorable Bond females from least to most memorable. You can rely on us. You'll support whoever takes first place. Eunice Gayson. Eunice Gayson has a special place in Bond history as the original Bond girl. In Dr. No, 1962, and From Russia with Love, 1963, she played Sylvia Trench, introducing viewers to Bond's seductive charm and the Bond girl's enduring fascination. Gayson was initially supposed to play Miss Moneypenny, but the filmmakers decided that Bond's romantic interest would be a more fitting role for her. Even though her character was deleted in later films, Gayson's small but famous appearance as Sylvia Trench gave Bond's early contacts a grounded continuity. Gayson set a high bar for the future Bond girls with her enduring elegance and chemistry with Sean Connery, despite her brief appearance. Her presence has endured despite the cancellation of the recurring part, and it is frequently cited as one of the crucial choices that shaped Bond's relationship dynamics and style. As the first Bond girl, Gayson is still hailed as the woman who started it all in film history. Ursula Andress. Following her iconic role as Honey Ryder in Dr. No, Ursula Andress came to represent the charm of the Bond girl. One of the most recognizable scenes in the franchise is when she first appears, coming from the sea in a white bikini. In addition to catapulting Andress to fame, this scene, regarded as revolutionary for its power and sensuality, also established the standard for subsequent Bond girl entrances. Andress was already a well-known model, but that moment made her famous, and she has since become a cultural icon. Andress's impact on Bond girl culture was further cemented decades later when Halle Berry memorably honored her beach entrance in Die Another Day. Despite having only appeared in one Bond movie, Andress's influence cannot be denied. She is frequently credited for solidifying the Bond girl's stereotype as seductive yet challenging, a combination that has continued to characterize the franchise's female leads. Daniela Bianchi. In From Russia with Love, Daniela Bianchi played Tatiana Romanova, a Soviet consulate secretary who later became a Bond ally. She was beautiful and intriguing. Her portrayal of a fragile character with real feelings in the middle of a web of espionage was complex and gave the movie a more realistic feel. Although Bianchi's reputation as the 1960 Miss Universe pageant's first runner-up undoubtedly contributed to her appeal, fans were most moved by her rapport with Connery and the emotional depth of her play. Bianchi's Tatiana was more than just eye candy because she was influential in the plot's development, unlike some Bond girls who were primarily decorative. Even though Bianchi's career outside of Bond didn't take off, her portrayal of Tatiana, who was both nuanced and essential to Bond's goal, is still hailed as one of the most realistically made Bond girl parts. Shirley Eaton. Even though Shirley Eaton's performance as Jill Masterson in Goldfinger was short, her death scene is still one of the most recognizable images in movie history. In addition to being a startling and creative turn of events, her character's death, suffocated by being painted in gold, served as a sobering reminder of the perils that exist in Bond's universe. Eaton's character was further immortalized when her golden look was featured on the cover of Life magazine in November 1964. This iconic picture, which represents the dangers experienced by people involved in Bond's life, helped make Goldfinger one of the franchise's most-watched movies. Even though Eaton didn't play a big part, her influence cannot be denied. The Golden Girl idea is still ingrained in popular culture, signifying the attraction and peril of being connected to James Bond. Eaton's brilliant performance is now seen as a pinnacle of Bond legend. Honor Blackman. In addition to being a significant addition to the Bond series, Honor Blackman's portrayal of Pussy Galore in Goldfinger transformed the Bond girl stereotype. Blackman, who was already well known for her work in The Avengers, gave Pussy Galore a toughness and independence that was unheard of for a female character in the series at the time. In addition to being Bond's romantic interest, Galore was his equal in wit and power, exhibiting the fiery independence that set her out as a unique character. Blackman established herself as Bond's equal by challenging the damsel in distress cliché with her body and on-screen persona. By today's standards, the character's memorable name may seem embarrassing. Still, Blackman's compelling performance has elevated Pussy Galore to one of the most cherished Bond characters, establishing a benchmark for future Bond heroines as strong, independent women rather than just love interests. Claudine Auger. In Thunderball, French actress Claudine Auger played Dominique Domino Derval gracefully and beautifully. Initially cast following her second-place result in the 1958 Miss World pageant, Auger's modeling experience gave Domino an effortless appeal. Her portrayal offered a more complex and emotionally charged performance, breaking the traditional Bond girl cliché. Because of her dual roles as the antagonist's mistress and Bond's reluctant ally, Auger's Domino is intricately woven throughout the narrative, allowing her to highlight a character battling internal strife. Auger received praise for her subtle portrayal, which also helped her land several high-profile European cinnamon roles after Bond. Her depiction of Domino as a complex individual with free will gave Bond's female co-stars a new level of nuance, which impacted the representation of Bond ladies as more complex characters. Luciani Paluzzi. When Luciani Paluzzi played the evil seductress Fiona Volpe in Thunderball, she set a new standard. Volpe was an unreservedly hostile henchwoman to the movie's main antagonist, unlike numerous Bond girls who supported Bond. Fans were enthralled by Paluzzi's portrayal of Volpe, which was captivating and threatening. Her persona represented a novel development in the Bond series, demonstrating that female characters in Bond's universe may not only be romantic interests, but also represent danger and villainy. Paluzzi's portrayal of Volpe established a precedent, demonstrating that Bond's female characters could match his ruthlessness and ferocity, even though it didn't lead to a wave of blockbuster parts. Since Volpe is still regarded as one of the greatest Bond villains, Paluzzi's portrayal deviates from the typical Bond lady role. Akiko Wakabayashi. Through her portrayal of Aki in You Only Live Twice, Akiko Wakabayashi added cultural diversity to the series and exposed viewers to the first non-European Bond girl in the franchise. Wakabayashi was initially given a tiny part, but the filmmakers were so taken by her on-screen persona that they gave her a more significant role and position in the plot. Wakabayashi's portrayal of Aki, a resourceful Japanese spy who assists Bond with competence and composure, reflected the era's trend toward more strong and autonomous female characters. With a plot that enveloped viewers in Japan's vivid culture, Wakabayashi's Aki also contributed to the Bond franchise's increased appeal on a worldwide scale. Aki was one of Wakabayashi's last and most memorable roles because she stopped acting following Bond despite the part's success. Her role remains a groundbreaking example of diversity in Bond movies. Diana Rigg. As Bond's sole real love, and eventually his wife, Diana Rigg's portrayal of Countess Teresa Tracy Di Vincenzo in On Her Majesty's Secret Service gave the Bond series more emotional depth. Rigg, who was already a well-known actress from her work in The Avengers, gave Tracy a sophisticated and powerful look. Tracy had a multifaceted personality that won Bond over, unlike many Bond females who were solely romantic interests. This led to one of the most moving love stories in the franchise. Bond's character evolution in subsequent movies was impacted by the tragic destiny of Rigg's character, which made him more vulnerable. In addition to redefining the position of a Bond girl, Rigg's performance raised the plot's stakes. Tracy significantly impacted Bond's character development because her sad demise is regarded as one of the most heartbreaking events in Bond's history. Lana Wood. In Diamonds Are Forever, Lana Wood, the sister of the well-known Natalie Wood, made a memorable performance as Plenty O'Toole. Lana, famous for her contacts in Hollywood, played Plenty, a socialite who becomes involved with Bond with a blend of charm and humor. Wood's character made an impression with her humorous charm and connection with Sean Connery despite her brief presence. Despite Plenty's tragic end, Wood's portrayal brought humor to the franchise and served as a humorous counterpoint to the film's heavier themes. In contrast to some Bond girls, Wood's career did not take off after her Bond part. Instead, she acted and produced movies, demonstrating a broad range of skills beyond her iconic Bond look. Wood's character, who embodies the timeless charm of the Bond girl mystique, is still a cherished element of Bond history despite her brief on-screen appearances. Jill St. John. American actress Jill St. John is well known for her varied performances on television and in movies, most notably her portrayal of Tiffany Case, the first American Bond girl, opposite Sean Connery in Diamonds Are Forever, 1971. With standout performances in The Lost World, 1960, Blow Your Horn, 1963, for which she was nominated for a Golden Globe, and The Concrete Jungle, 1982, in which she played against the grain as a seasoned prison warden, her career encompasses a variety of roles, from comedy to drama. St. John often worked with her husband, actor Robert Wagner, in addition to her solo career. The two have shown their enduring on-screen chemistry by appearing together in several movies, such as Banning, 1967, and Around the World in 80 Days, 1989. From memorable parts in the 1960s and 1970s to one-of-a-kind performances that went against genre conventions, her work has had a long-lasting influence on Hollywood. Jane Seymour. Jane Seymour's performance as Solitaire in Live and Let Die is only the start of a multi-genre, multi-decade career. As the adored Dr. Quinn in Dr. Quinn Medicine Woman, Seymour achieved enduring acclaim following her Bond debut, demonstrating her versatility beyond the Bond girl cliché. Numerous honors, such as a Golden Globe for Dr. Quinn and an Emmy for Onassis, the Richest Man in the World, highlight her dedication to her work. With parts in movies like Wedding Crashers, where her comedic ability was evident, Seymour has also found success on the big screen. In addition to being an actress, Seymour is a prosperous entrepreneur who started her jewelry line and is involved in charitable work, especially with organizations that benefit children. She has maintained a fantastic career that defies age and keeps evolving because of her tenacity and adaptability, making her a Bond icon and a renowned personality in Hollywood. Gloria Hendry. When Gloria Hendry played Rosie Carver in Live and Let Die, she pushed for more excellent movie representation and became the first African-American actress to play a Bond girl. In the 1970s, Hendry's portrayal of a potent, no-nonsense CIA agent, a rarity for black women in cinema at the time, made a forceful statement despite the character's contentious ending. As a reminder of the racial and gender obstacles that still existed, Hendry's Hollywood career did not take off after her groundbreaking appearance. She kept performing in small movies and received praise from the black film community for her parts in Hell Up in Harlem and Black Caesar. Beyond her acting career, Hendry has advocated for more inclusive casting practices and spoken out about her experiences in Hollywood, pushing the industry to create opportunities for varied talent. Hendry's influence endures to this day, since she is still regarded as a cultural hero for her innovative work in a predominantly white franchise. Maud Adams. Born in Sweden, Maud Adams gave the Bond series a European flavor by starring in two classic movies, The Man with the Golden Gun and Octopussy. Particularly in Octopussy, when she played a mystery smuggler with a complicated past, an uncommon degree of detail for Bond women at the time, Adams added grace and nuance to her Bond performances. Adams secured a second role in the franchise, a testimonial to her on-screen appeal and the audience's reaction, in contrast to many other Bond ladies. Adams had a prosperous career outside of Bond, appearing in foreign films and European television shows. She demonstrated that her skills go beyond acting by focusing on photography. Despite being semi-retired from acting, Adams has remained active in Bond culture, regularly showing up at franchise-related events and interacting with fans of her classic Bond roles. Britt Ekland. Among her many well-known roles was Britt Ekland's portrayal of Mary Goodnight in The Man with the Golden Gun. Ekland, famous for her striking blonde beauty and comedic timing, added humor to the movie by playing Bond's awkward but lovable secretary. She had already established herself as a gifted and adaptable actress before her Bond debut, thanks to her roles in critically praised movies like Get Carter and The Night They Raided Minsky. She continued working on horror films after Bond, including The Wicker Man, now considered a cult classic. After that, Ekland switched to television, appearing on reality shows such as I'm a Celebrity, Get Me Out of Here, and doing voiceovers for documentaries. Often regarded as one of the classic Bond girls of the Roger Moore era, Ekland is now semi-retired and frequently attends franchise events. Barbara Bach. One of the few Bond heroines who could equal the renowned spy's guile and talent was Barbara Bach, who played Anya Amasova in The Spy Who Loved Me. Bach, who grew up in Queens, New York, quit school at 16 to pursue modeling, quickly becoming well-known in European motion pictures. Her portrayal of Bond was revolutionary since it showed her as an equal to Bond, a tough-faced Soviet agent with her own goals. Ringo Starr, the drummer for the Beatles, was drawn to Bach's on-screen persona. The two became one of Hollywood's most fascinating couples when they were married in 1981. Despite taking a break from acting following Bond, Bach got involved in philanthropy and started several charitable endeavors alongside Starr. Bach's legendary performance is still hailed as a highlight in Bond history because of her self-reliance, tenacity, and refined beauty, contributing to redefining the Bond girl's role. Lois Chiles. Being an astronaut and CIA operative, which was uncommon for women in the Bond universe at the time, Lois Chiles' portrayal of Dr. Holly Goodhead in Moonraker was sophisticated and intelligent. Chiles, a native Texan, started as a model before moving into film, where she gained notoriety in Death on the Nile and The Great Gatsby, where she co-starred with Robert Redford. Her portrayal as Bond's partner and intellectual equal in Moonraker was a daring break from the stereotype of Bond females. Despite the subsequent slowdown in her Hollywood career, Chiles continued to play supporting parts and dabbled in acting instruction at the University of Houston. She continues to be a vocal supporter of women's empowerment in Hollywood, frequently sharing her personal stories and advocating for more complex parts for women in movies. Known for shattering stereotypes and redefining what it meant to be a Bond woman, Chiles' legacy in the Bond series lives on. Corinne Clary. Although Corinne Clary was already well known in Europe, especially for her work in The Story of O, her appearance as Corinne Dufour in Moonraker cemented her place in the Bond universe. Clary played the ambiguous role of Dufour, a villain Hugo Drax's aide who eventually helps Bond. Her acting range was demonstrated in this morally challenging part, which also affected viewers. Following Moonraker, Clary concentrated on European television and film, appearing in various shows from thrillers to dramas. She is still involved in the French entertainment sector today. Clary, well known in France, has expanded her skills in theater by taking up stage acting. For Bond fans in particular, who remember her for her elegant and subtle performance, her involvement in Moonraker is still a treasured aspect of her career. Denise Richards. Denise Richards, best known for her portrayal of Dr. Christmas Jones in The World Is Not Enough, contributed a unique fusion of action and glitz to the Bond films. Before playing in Bond, Richards was well known in Hollywood, having acted in Wild Things and Starship Troopers. Although the role had mixed reviews, Richards tried to defy Hollywood's typecasting by playing a nuclear scientist and showcasing her versatility. Nevertheless, she acted in movies and TV shows, including Dancing with the Stars and 2.5 Men. Richards has seen her fair share of personal drama off-screen, including a well-publicized marriage and divorce to Charlie Sheen. Richards is still active in Hollywood and has made a name for herself on reality TV. She frequently considers her Bond experience a career high point. Richards is also a champion for mental health awareness. Lynn Holly Johnson. In For Your Eyes Only, Lynn Holly Johnson played Bibi Dahl, a youthful and vivacious Bond girl who was out of character for the series. Johnson won a silver medal at the 1974 U.S. Championships for figure skating in her competitive figure skating career before Bond. Ice Castles was her acting debut, earning her a Golden Globe nomination and eventually attracting the attention of Bond producers. Johnson eventually turned her attention to raising her family, even though she still acted erratically after Bond. She has started speaking for charities that support mental health and skating, giving her time to issues that are important to her. Despite having a brief acting career, Johnson's performance in For Your Eyes Only made an impression on viewers, who remembered her for her youthful vivacity and athletic ability. Carol Bouquet. Melina Havelock, one of the few Bond ladies with a revenge-driven plot, was played by French actress Carol Bouquet in the film For Your Eyes Only. Bouquet, already well known in French cinema, gave the Bond series a new level of intensity with her stunning beauty and solemn manner. Because of its emotional depth, her portrayal of Havelock, who is desperate to exact revenge on her family, struck a chord with people. Bouquet won a César Award for Best Actress for Too Beautiful for You and earned an excellent record in European filmmaking. She continues to be a highly regarded actress in France, frequently starring in TV dramas and art house movies. As a former Chanel spokesperson, Bouquet's impact went beyond acting in the fashion industry. Her portrayal of Havelock, which showcases her powerful presence and captivating on-screen personality, continues to be a cherished moment in Bond history. Alison Doody. Born in Dublin, Alison Doody made her Bond movie debut as Jenny Flex in A View to a Kill. This character led to additional significant appearances, such as playing the femme fatale Elsa Snyder in Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade. Doody became a Hollywood sensation because of her charm and acting prowess. She still works in movies and TV shows there. Despite taking a break from acting in the 1990s to raise her family, Doody returned to the screen in the 2000s, playing various parts in domestic and foreign films. Grace Jones. After relocating to the U.S. at 13, Grace Jones, born in Spanish Town, Jamaica, left a lasting impression on the entertainment business. Her early modeling career took off, and she appeared on the covers of numerous high-profile magazines, including Elle and Vogue. Jones, well known for her fiery, androgynous appearance, defied convention and significantly impacted fashion and music. Her edgy, reggae-inspired songs won her praise all around the world when she made the transition to music in the late 1970s. Her reputation as a music icon was solidified by albums such as Nightclubbing. High-energy performances characterized her film debut, such as her co-starring role with Arnold Schwarzenegger in Zula in Conan the Destroyer. Her robust and mysterious presence as Mayday in A View to a Kill altered the position of the Bond girl and permanently changed the perception of female action heroines. Beyond Bond, Jones persisted in defying expectations and established herself as a legendary figure in the avant-garde, admired for her unabashedly individual style and unafraid artistic expression. Tanya Roberts. Tanya Roberts, a Bronx native, was a captivating character in A View to a Kill as Stacy Sutton. Roberts briefly relocated to Toronto to pursue her modeling goals in New York City before entering the Bond universe. She began her career as the lead in the beloved television series Charlie's Angels, but she also starred in low-budget movies. This portrayal demonstrated her ability to combine grace and strength, qualities she would continue into her Bond role and launched her to stardom. She is a memorable Bond girl because of her depiction of Sutton, but Roberts doesn't stop there. She kept acting, giving each part more nuance. Notably, she played the adored role of Midge on That 70s Show, gaining new admirers with her warmth and humorous timing. Roberts demonstrated her flexibility over decades of film and television performances, building a record as an actress who could enthrall viewers in various genres. Miriam Diabo. The English-Dutch actress Miriam Diabo grew up wanting to become well-known in the film industry. She honed her acting abilities while modeling to fund her goals while attending the Drama Centre in London. She first came to the world's attention as Cara Milovy in The Living Daylights, playing a Bond girl who was more than just a love interest. Diabo's portrayal of Milovy combined vulnerability and tenacity. In addition, she went behind the scenes as co-author of Bond Girls Are Forever, a tribute book that celebrated the influence of the Bond series and film by delving into the lives of the actresses who played the characters. Diabo's commitment to the part went beyond the screen, and her book offers insightful information about the cultural impact of the Bond series. Diabo is more than simply a one-time Bond girl. Her career demonstrates her versatility and love for acting, and she has remained a beloved figure among Bond fans. Carey Lowell. Carey Lowell's path to Bond stardom started with her early years spent traveling, which piqued her interest in other cultures. After relocating to Colorado, she studied literature at the University of Colorado, Boulder. Lowell started a modeling career in New York after graduating from college, working for well-known companies that exposed her to the fast-paced world of glitz. Pam Bouvier, who played a tricky CIA agent who meets up with Bond in the film License to Kill, was her big break in Hollywood. Her grounded, assertive demeanor distinguished her from other Bond females. She established herself in Hollywood after her Bond triumph by playing Assistant District Attorney Jamie Ross on Law and Order, one of television's most famous courtroom dramas. Lowell's portrayal in Bond combined brains and muscles to create a fresh dynamic. She has demonstrated her depth as an actress in various genres, continuing to represent diversity. Talisa Soto. Born to Puerto Rican parents in Brooklyn, Talisa Soto gained notoriety for her portrayal of Lupe Lamora in License to Kill. She began her career as a model, appearing on the pages of Mademoiselle and Vogue and working with high-end brands. Her confidence and stunning beauty brought her to Hollywood, where she jumped at the chance to collaborate with Timothy Dalton on Bond films. By fusing beauty with a hint of mystery, Soto's character, Lupe, gave the Bond girl image a nuanced dimension. Following Bond, Soto starred in several movies, such as Mortal Kombat, in which she portrayed the ferocious fighter Katana, displaying her strength and adaptability. When she married fellow actor Benjamin Bratt, her real-life tale became even more fascinating, and her role in License to Kill is still renowned. Soto's career is a testament to the commitment of a lady who moved from modeling to acting quickly, always enthralling audiences and making an impression in every part. Famke Janssen. Former fashion model Famke Janssen enthralled viewers in 1995's Golden Eyes with her breakthrough performance as Zinja Onotop. Zinja, born in the Netherlands, first pursued studies in economics and literature before switching to modeling and acting. Zinja, who combined charm and deadly talent, became one of the most memorable Bond characters. She was renowned for her deadly charms and distinctive fighting style. In addition to Bond, Janssen had a prosperous acting career and established herself as a mainstay in Hollywood. She added another legendary part to her portfolio by playing Jean Grey in the X-Men television series. She also co-starred with Liam Neeson in Taken. She established herself as a model-turned-actress who exceeded expectations by landing on magazine covers worldwide thanks to her timeless beauty and powerful performances. From superhero to Bond villain, Janssen's career demonstrates her versatility and dedication to nuanced parts that subvert conventional ideas of women in cinema. Izabela Skorupko. Izabela Skorupko, a Polish-Swedish actress, first gained recognition in Europe as a singer and model before making her way to Hollywood. Modeling jobs and a successful musical career in the 1980s marked the beginning of her career. In Sweden, she even achieved a gold-certified album. However, her portrayal of Natalia Simonova in GoldenEye, which paired her with Pierce Brosnan in one of the series' most action-packed movies, catapulted her to worldwide renown. Audiences responded favorably to Skorupko's depiction of Natalia as a resourceful and tough Bond girl, since it demonstrated a strong and kind figure. She continued her film career after Bond, starring in movies like Vertical Limit. Her varied career, which includes modeling, acting, and music, demonstrates her adaptability and allure. Fans of Bond still adore Skorupko today because of her beauty, skill, and strength in the Bond series. Her various achievements have served as an inspiration to many. Terry Hatcher. Another Bond girl who has achieved great success outside the Bond franchise is Terry Hatcher, who played Paris Carver opposite Pierce Brosnan in Tomorrow Never Dies. Before her Bond role, Hatcher was well known for her charm and humor as Lois Lane in the popular television series Lois and Clark: The New Adventures of Superman. In the famous Seinfeld episode with the memorable phrase, "They're real and they're spectacular," she demonstrated her comedic timing and cemented her reputation as a comedic actor. Hatcher's portrayal of Susan Mayer in Desperate Housewives, for which she received a Golden Globe and multiple Emmy nods, marked another pivotal moment in her career. Hatcher has dabbled in writing, producing, and performing. She wrote a burnt toast biography that examines her personal and professional lives. She has also actively participated in philanthropy, promoting wellness and health-related projects, especially for women and children. Michelle Yeoh. Throughout the 1990s, Michelle Yeoh enjoyed great success in Asia, appearing in some of the most successful films in China at the time. Her fierce style in martial arts action movies, such as Wing Chun and Super Cop, made her a well-known personality and helped her get a role as a Bond girl in Tomorrow Never Dies, 1997. But Yeoh's skills are not limited to action movies. Later, she starred in the 4 Academy Award-winning film Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon, 2000, which became a worldwide success. Her reputation as a top actress in Eastern and Western films was cemented when she received a BAFTA Best Actress Award nomination for her performance. Yeoh's performance in Everything Everywhere All at Once, for which she received multiple honors, including a Screen Actors Guild Award, has brought her newfound fame in recent years. Yeoh, who has been vocal about the need for varied storytelling and is well known for supporting Asian representation in Hollywood, continues to be a significant presence in the business, inspiring many aspiring actresses. Cicely Thompson. Born in the Netherlands, Cicely Thompson began her acting career early. Of course, no better film than a decent James Bond film can propel any aspiring girl to prominence. Thompson deserves recognition for her portrayal of the seductive Professor Inga Bergstrom in Tomorrow Never Dies, even though it might be simple to ignore anyone who stars opposite Michelle Yeoh or Terry Hatcher. Thompson's portrayal demonstrated her ability to combine glitz and brains, and her role as a clever scientist gave a depth of mystery to the movie. Thompson continued to work in television and films after her Bond role, appearing in shows including The Tiger's Tail and The Last Warrior. In addition to her acting career, she has participated in several fashion campaigns. Thompson has also been an outspoken supporter of environmental causes, utilizing her position to spread knowledge about climate change and sustainability, demonstrating her commitment to causes beyond the movie industry. Serena Scott Thomas. Born in England, Serena Scott Thomas spent her formative years playing several minor roles abroad. She eventually attracted the casting director's attention for The World Is Not Enough, the 1999 Bond movie. In this movie, she portrayed Dr. Molly Warmflash, a seductive and nuanced character who balanced Pierce Brosnan's James Bond. Scott Thomas achieved recognition after playing Bond in several TV shows and movies, including The Dark Knight and Inherent Vice, where her portrayals have won accolades for their complexity and delicacy. She has demonstrated her versatility as a performer by participating in theater in addition to acting. Scott Thomas has also sought employment in voice acting, lending her voice to several animated productions. She is well known for her humanitarian endeavors and is active in groups supporting education and mental health, showcasing her dedication to giving back to the community and using her position positively. Sophie Marceau. Actress Sophie Marceau, born in France, has been a central figure in Europe for over 30 years. She began her career as a teenager and became well known in French cinema because of her charisma and talents in movies like La Boum and The Party. Marceau's portrayal of Electra King in The World Is Not Enough gave her a worldwide following and demonstrated her range as an actress. She got important roles after that, most notably in the Oscar-winning movie Braveheart, where she played Princess Isabel and won over hearts worldwide. Marceau's global appeal has been further cemented by her collaboration with Robin Williams on A Midsummer Night's Dream. She has continuously favored working on French films, contributing to productions that honor her cultural heritage, even in the face of her Hollywood fame. Marceau is still a well-known name in French cinema and is still actively involved in the business, experimenting with directing and acting. Maria Grazia Cucinato. We felt that having 3 Bond girls in one film was maybe a bit much, but we couldn't allow Cigar Girl from Tomorrow Never Dies to pass you by. Since the early 1990s, Maria Grazia Cucinato has consistently been in Italian cinema, receiving praise for her roles in movies such as Il Postino and The Talented Mr. Ripley. She made a lasting impression in the Bond series by depicting the mysterious Cigar Girl, showcasing her ability to combine sophistication with sensuality. By working with well-known directors and actors, Cucinato has established herself in the global film industry and increased her repertoire. She is a successful producer in addition to being an actress, and she has dabbled in television, demonstrating her versatility. Cucinato is also known for her charitable endeavors, especially those that support education and children's rights. She is still a well-liked character in the business, respected for her poise and adaptability, and a significant influence in Italian and foreign cinema. Rosamund Pike. Rosamund Pike was a little-known star when Die Another Day debuted in 2002, but she certainly appears highly familiar to many people today. She demonstrated her ability to depict nuanced characters with depth in her role as Miranda Frost, which signaled her rise from relative obscurity to international recognition. After making her Bond debut, Pike acted in several well-known movies, such as Pride and Prejudice, in which she played Jane Bennet, a role that won praise from critics. She was nominated for an Academy Award for her performance in the psychological thriller Gone Girl, which cemented her place as one of Hollywood's top actresses. Since then, Pike's career has taken off, displaying her flexibility with roles in various genres, including action and drama. She has worked as a producer in addition to being an actress, and she has stated that she would want to see more diverse tales on screen. Her reputation in the movie business keeps rising due to her devotion to work and willingness to take on challenging assignments. Halle Berry. You've all been waiting for this. While each Bond lady undoubtedly makes a dramatic entrance, the scene where Halle Berry emerges from the ocean is arguably the most famous of all 24 Bond films. In addition to making her a strong Bond girl, her portrayal of Jinx in Die Another Day was a landmark moment for representation in the franchise. Berry's achievement of being the first African-American woman to play the lead in a Bond movie struck a chord with many fans. Berry became the first black woman to win an Academy Award for Best Actress for her performance in Monsters Ball, and she went on to earn great success after her Bond appearance. Her career has demonstrated her versatility as an actor by spanning various genres, including comedies, dramas, and action movies like John Wick. Berry uses her platform to inspire change and promote awareness for various causes, including women's rights and health issues, in addition to her work as an actress. Eva Green. Although it was the young actress's 4th significant role, Casino Royale helped propel her career to new heights. Many people consider Eva Green's performance as Vesper Lynd in Casino Royale among the franchise's most captivating Bond females. Her portrayal gave the character more nuance and made the stereotypical Bond girl into a sophisticated, multi-dimensional part that spectators found memorable. After her breakthrough in the Bond series, Green starred in several highly regarded movies, such as Penny Dreadful, in which she received accolades for her performance as Vanessa Ives. She is one of the most sought-after actors of her generation in Hollywood because of her ability to embrace complex and dark characters. To further her contributions to the film industry and demonstrate her artistic perspective, Green has also dabbled in directing. Eva Green continues to enthrall audiences and maintain her position as a major player in the film industry thanks to her distinct style and commitment to her art.